Hi, I'm Celeste, and this is the Millennial Money Lawyer, where we talk about how to protect your bank account today using the law. Let's start with current events, because current events affect both your legal and financial rights. In pandemic news, COVID-19, the highly contagious virus, which is having a huge impact on the world, has surpassed 1,400,000 people. Today, the U.S. has 385,000 plus confirmed cases, which is up from yesterday at 353,000 confirmed cases. The United States is the leader in terms of number of confirmed COVID-19 cases. It has the most. In the economy, according to Politico, the former Federal Reserve Chair Janet Yellen predicted a shrinking economy of approximately 30%. According to Bloomberg, Japan's prime minister has declared a state of emergency. They are giving out $3,000 household checks and are including some bonuses for people who have children. The government is also giving out grants to businesses. We can compare this with the United States, where the government is sending out one payment of $1,200 and giving small business loans, which may or may not be repaid in the future. According to Cranes, the banks have been flooded with borrowers requesting forbearance on their loans. There's been a massive increase in mortgage holders who have stopped paying. The economy is currently at a standstill, so a lot of people are not going to be able to pay some of these loans. The government is requiring that banks, which have federally backed loans, give borrowers a grace period of as much as 6 months at a time. And in Chicago, the Sun-Times reports that city officials expect to start issuing grants of $1,000 each week to Chicagoans, especially those who have shown that they need it for rent or mortgage payments. So far, there have been 83,000 applications received by the state lottery. The Chicago Tribune reports that therapists are doing teletherapy online or video appointments for anyone who's stressed out during this time. I know that this can be a very, very stressful period, so please take advantage of some of these resources which are available to you. Okay, so let's look at COVID-19 and protecting your house or your apartment. If we're just looking at the wealth factor, everyone, whether they're a homeowner or a tenant, has a lot of wealth stacked inside of their home. So not paying your mortgage or rent can have a huge impact on your personal finances. So we're talking about late fees, we're talking about interest payments and other things that come as a result of not being able to pay. Even being on the phone or speaking with a lender or your landlord for a certain period of time, time is money, so that costs a little bit of money as well. The worst thing that can happen is that a borrower, a homeowner, goes through the foreclosure process. Or if you're a tenant, the worst that can happen is that you go through an evictions process. And that is always required before a bank or landlord can remove someone from the property. And just keep in mind that we're also looking at court fees, attorney's fees, and other costs associated with going to court over not being able to pay for your home, whether that's an apartment or a house. Looking at the law factor, the federal government and local governments have provided some protections for homeowners, for landlords, for tenants. The federal government has required a grace period again. So, when we get to what we're going to do today, we'll discuss how to take advantage of that. Cook County courts are also closed until May for most cases, and that includes foreclosures and evictions. So, basically, if you are at risk for an eviction or a foreclosure, the courts will not be opening back up until May of this year. So what can we do today? And I'm going to post the documents associated with this so you can have an activity sheet that you can just do throughout the week or while you're at home. Our project today is super simple, or at least on paper. And so there's 4 of them. And so number 1 is call the bank or your landlord to ask for an extension to make payments. I know it can be stressful, but it's worth the effort. And especially if you're home, you have nothing to lose. Number 2, if you are a landlord, have an open conversation with your tenant about when they can pay. A lot of tenants are living paycheck to paycheck in our current economy. So the fact that a lot of people are not being paid during this time will have an impact on whether you're paid as a landlord. So it would be to your benefit to reach out to your tenant to see what they're doing about payments and what they plan on doing in the future in terms of a job or source of income. If you're a worker, go online and apply for unemployment insurance. If you qualify for unemployment insurance, you have nothing to lose by just going online and giving it a shot. And number 4, reach out to utility companies and ask for a forbearance on payment. So you can reach out to your internet company, the electricity company, the gas company, whatever utilities that you have that you need to pay on a monthly basis or whatever period you pay them. It would be to your benefit to reach out to them and let them know what your circumstances are. I found that a lot of companies, particularly lenders, are understanding of the fact that we're going through a severe economic crunch. So it might just save you a lot of stress down the road. And this activity sheet will be available online. I do have a link associated with this, so please feel free. It's completely free. You can also go to thecelestefirm.com and start a free account, and you'll be able to download both this worksheet and other free legal resources that we have available for you. And finally, we do have free and open office hours during the weekdays. So from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m., please feel free to call me, text me. We can chat online. I'll reach back out to you.